Let's hear that order.
아직 모자라 armageddon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 feet off the ground.
K-pop got boring after July.
We literally just got here.
Somi deserves better music and Teddy should get his ass out of the studio.
Somi most likely chooses her own songs, so I guess get her out too.
Boy groups need to stop doing GG covers right now.
More like they better start moving them hips.
Groups should stick to making singles because their albums are filled with the most mind-numbing garbo.
I'm kinda mad that I'm not against this idea.
Chuu shouldn't have debuted. She's good now but then she couldn't do anything.
I think this take is a few years too late.
K-pop needs more vocally competent 5th-gen groups. NMIXX, Baemon and aespa are the only ones who can sing.
Why y'all acting like 5th gen should be the best from the get-go?
Stray Kids are outselling and outwinning, and y'all gotta stay mad about that.
Okay.
Anton isn't proving the Nepo baby allegations wrong at all. He can't dance. He's the laziest. Put him by Shotaro and he's the mocha of Rise. The OT12 orbit of 7 years pains me to say this, but Luna members post BBC have been never better.
Well yeah, no shit, they were being abused.
Killing me good over ABCD and pop.
Sure.
Don't go on Twitter unless you wanna see hell.
Let me then bring hell to you.
Jisoo would have been better just as a TV personality, because why is she an idol?
Say that to half of the industry.
Nugu groups are carrying 2024.
Why the need to lie?
Once BTS returns it's over for y'all.
They gon' start shooting us or something?
The new jeans sound got old after Get Up.
You're not gonna believe this, but
NMIXX are the closest thing we will ever get to having a 4th-gen Red Velvet.
y'all will call any group with a little bit of quirk the next Red Velvet. Let these groups be themselves please.
I hate Kiss of Life. They could release anything and their delusional nasty annoying stans would eat it up like a buffet.
You know Kiss of Life is doing something right when they get hate comments like these.
If newjeans wasn't so popular and beloved everyone would be talking about how goofy their group name is.
Out of the billions of group names out there you call the one with actual words goofy.
Stacy fell off with that TikTok song.
Y'all been saying this shit since the Stone Age. When will y'all give up?
Artemis album was mid. Kina should not be getting hate for the new comeback. She never denied the abuse but eventually came back to pay off debts.
I'm pretty sure there are better and more ethical ways to do that.
TLDR, hating idols instead of actually helping and spreading awareness is a waste of time.
I agree mostly with what you said, but let's all get over the idea that idols don't know anything about the situation. If they can record boring ass TikToks and send I love you messages to their fans, plus literal access on the internet and media, there is absolutely no way they don't know.
Triple S peaked for their growth. Hardly anyone can be bothered to get into a group of that size at this point.
Love Triple S with all my heart, but I'm not telling people to stan a whole classroom. At most listen to their music, it's pretty good.
Single albums should never have physical CDs. Let the platform albums have their bigger moment with them.
Real.
Not every Afrobeat song tropical shake-ass summer song is a Tyla 2.0, and not every Jersey club drum and bass and UK garage song is Pink Pantheress 2.0. They may have helped popularize these genres but saying that every single release is inspired by them and insanely disrespectful to the producers and artists who came before them.
Tell them.
BTS is overrated and they didn't do anything different from other groups.
If y'all were actually there when BTS was at their peak, you can clearly see why people like them over others.
ITZY never fell off.
I agree, but they really were inconsistent.
aespa, IVE and newjeans are the big three of 4th general. Idol is on a league of their own so I'm not including them.
Genuine question, but apart from having their own writer and producer member, what does Idol offer to be in a league of their own?
I want the whole Playboi Carti fandom to jump Yeonsuk for calling himself Korean Playboi Carti while wearing braids.
Calling yourself Korean Playboi Carti while looking like that is definitely a choice.
Global groups like katseye and v.cha will only ever have K-pop fans as their fans. It doesn't matter that the music is English. To outsiders it's all the same.
These groups gotta start promoting seriously outside of Korea.
Rise is what you get when you put Boy Next Door on a garage sale and SM sends you a newly qualified employee to get them with a van but the road is bumpy so their music gets damaged on the way and that's how songs like Talk Saxy were born. Plus they crashed into Hybe's building and that's why so many Hybe idols have broken legs. TLDR, I wanna see the singers mold the music they're given, to fit their own style if it's possible. If their instrument is their voice, why don't they use it to their advantage?
I'd like to believe that most idols share their opinions with what to do with their music, but at the end of the day their roles are primarily to perform and entertain.
How is YOUNG 2 minutes long? At this point call yourself lazy and desperate for money.
Let's be honest here. Who would actually want that song to be any longer than 2 minutes?
There's not a single vocalist in all of 4th gen or 3rd gen that's in the top 5 vocalists of all time.
Pro tip. When y'all say shit like this, I'd love to see some examples. If you want your opinion to be taken seriously, spew a little more words please. Because whatever you just said means nothing.
I can't stand the difference of popularity between OneYoung and her members. I fear that if Starship continues like this, the OneYoung and Friends thing will never disappear.
Not sure if you're stuck in 2022 or what, but IVE is way beyond this. If you still think otherwise, you're not actually observing right.
Min Heejin probably planned all the drama before newjeans come back to promote them.
I know she weird and all, but she's not Batman. Come on now.
2nd gen group title tracks alone solos many modern groups' entire discographies.
And when I say majority of 2nd gen B-side sucks, then what?
When someone says a female idol is ugly, everyone calls them misogynistic. Meanwhile, if someone says a male idol is ugly, everyone laughs. This is the real double standards.
Louder for the people at the back.
Taeyeon is very undefined as a soloist. She doesn't have direction or something peculiar or coherent going on.
She does sing about the same heartbreak, so I guess she kinda is.
Chuu won't be a good soloist. She's pretty mid in everything to be one.
I can't say anything right now because it's not out yet, but I will say that not everyone needs to be a soloist.
TLDR, Leah should have debuted with NMIXX because she needs extra training, and Lily should have debuted with ITZY because they need someone like her.
I think Leah would have worked with NMIXX, but I really can't see Lily in ITZY. Her tone is just not fit for them.
6 fell off so bad. They were so great in 2019, but now you barely hear about them.
I'm telling y'all, K-pop boy groups were fucking eating back in 2019.
Yoonjin didn't really change the industry.
A little English lesson. She never said she will.
Adonis praising the camera person for zooming in on the members' private parts is disgusting.
Louder.
La Seraphim hate was needed and the documentary is just them getting pity points.
That head of yours probably echoes when I hit it.
TLDR, Sullen shouldn't have debuted with S because she needs to gain more confidence and train harder.
Yes, and I think all companies should stop debuting idols who obviously aren't ready.
ITZY actually have a really good discography if you listen to the B-sides too.
Are you implying that some ITZY titles are ass?
17 can be the next BTS, but y'all not ready for that discussion.
Unless if they start making retail store music, they'll never be.
I might like a song or two from different company, but hype producers know what's up.
Be careful, they also know what's down.
Interracial groups will never work out because their ethnicity is the group's entire personality.
I feel like you have a group in mind, but I guess let's keep our mouths shut.
In a K-pop MV I want colors and creativity. Like what the fuck, I have seen many streets in my life. Why are you dancing in a street for most of the MV?
For real bro, let's start filming on Mars.
Stacy's creative direction is a mess. How did we get from so bad to bubble to cheeky icy thing?
Might sound like a little defensive, but Stacy never had a sound or concept. For me, their main goal was always to make the most K-pop sounding songs ever, and they've excelled in that department.
K-pop was great and peaceful before hype.
And the world was great and peaceful before World War II.
Criticism is hate.
Girl.
Appropriate line distributions are better than equal line distributions.
Yes times 1 billion trillion yes.
Pre-releases ruined album rollouts, and the MV avalanche should chill the fuck down, because not every song is deserving of an MV.
I'd agree with you, but the examples you gave are really fucking good, so I guess not.
Red Velvet Mothers be saving our 3 to 4 minute songs while newjeans is already taking it back.
I see a lot of this opinions about music being too short and all, but let me make it clear for y'all. It's not specifically the runtime that's the problem, it's the substance. K-pop songs these days lack bridges, a proper outro or intro, more dynamic verses and all, which makes these songs repetitive. And I think that's what you're truly complaining about, not the runtime.
Dreamcatcher aren't the vocal goddesses you guys claim they are.
This will surely get some fans going.
K-pop companies have lost touch with what an appropriate style of choreo is for many songs. Example, Le Seraphim doing way too much for Perfect Night. Similarly, Kai Off with Sticky. The song's a perfectly enjoyable summer song. Why are we shaking our butts to seemingly every third line? I struggle to see why someone would have 17 as one of their favorite groups. They have some good songs, but I find it difficult to see any further appeal that they could potentially have.
Well, they are really entertaining and great at performing.
NMIXX would surely be Nugu if they hadn't debuted under JYP. Talent isn't all you need. You need actual good songs.
Some of y'all stuck in the past. NMIXX literally releases bangers these days.
Stray Kids and the Boys is the epitome of style over substance. Nothing truly interesting, just vibes.
Interesting take.
Everyone always wants to bring fun back to K-pop but then hate actual fun songs because they have no substance.
I think the songs are just ass.
K-pop relied on BTS more than I thought. They low-key carried in ways we don't see.
Just say you miss BTS.
I never got the w.i.s.h hype. I don't like her stage presence cause from what I've seen all she does is yell hey and points the mic to the audience. To me it just seems like she's trying hard to look sexy and cool.
Crazy take in my opinion. She's literally one of the few soloists who can carry a stage alone.
Sultry Film should get sued like that one gal Young sued.
I think Sultry Film should just kill.
Popularity isn't quality cause w.i.s.h got their shit together and can sing while other groups be lip syncing. The youngest member who is 14 years old literally outsung 5th gen.
Having a 14-year-old isn't a flex by the way.
People always associate K-pop with talent. Yet some of the biggest headline in K-pop are always related to visuals.
If K-pop stans accepted that talent isn't as important as they believe, we would actually be a functioning community.
I think K-pop should stop catering to the West and making foreign groups. I know they are talented and all, but Asians make it unique. They just aren't like us. Fuck them.
Well, wasn't that just crazy?
All virtual idol groups need to go. It's such a stupid idea. Not aespa though cause they actually pull it off.
Bullying pixels is such a my thing to do lol. This why no one takes y'all seriously anymore.
Luna is overrated and their sucks aren't all that. It feels like I can't even disagree without being flamed by those unbearable infuriating orbits.
And if I tell you you just sent this opinion to an unbearable infuriating orbit?
Wani, Bell, Rami, Dayan, Doa, and Hanul are the 5th gen's best vocalists.
You literally just named everyone available.
Blackpink needs to seriously consider disbanding.
I know right, just let it go.
SM wants to make Rise relatable and grounded, but they put Soonghan on hiatus for something relatable and grounded. Concepts for groups should not be one size fits all. Companies should cater to each member's talents, and a skilled team will be able to make it all cohesive.
Yes, but a lit is fine.
KTube likes to act stan Twitter is worse, but in reality KTube is worse.
Do you actually believe that?
1st gen started K-pop, 2nd gen was iconic, 3rd gen stepped up with everything, and 4th gen was kind of just a filler generation.
This has to be one of the opinions ever.
A lot of Nugu GGs are outdoing big GGs in terms of music, vocals, stability, dance, facials on stage, etc. But a lot of people refuse to stan them because they want to live vicariously through the idols' achievements and claim them as their own to feel better about their lives.
Not so much agree with the first part, but the last I do. If you stan idols for achievements, don't actually talk to me please.
I don't think those big award shows mean anything. They also snub the groups that actually deserve to get recognition.
Define deserve. Because whether you agree or not, the one with most votes and or fans do deserve it. It's not factual of course. Music is subjective, but if we were to choose one, shouldn't we go for ones that perform the best?
YG announcing 21's comeback made happy, but it got me thinking, wasn't that the company that treated them unwell?
Money talks.
Asa ain't a good rapper. Most of her verses are filled with onomatopoeia.
The standard is very low in K-pop, so you can't blame them.
Yoonjin posting about Starbucks made me lose a ton of respect for her. She's the only member with English fluency and likely most chronically online.
English fluency and 15 hours of screen time doesn't determine whether you know or don't about the situation. Korean, English, Chinese, online or not, by now you must know what goes on out there.
It's creepy how often BG fans get away with fully sexualizing and being weird about idols with no pushback. Now I obviously don't think this should happen to anyone period, but it seems that female K-pop stans get away with this a lot.
Some of y'all are borderline perverts.
Many complain about YG giving its idols comebacks every once in a millennium, but honestly that doesn't bother me that much. It's normal for artists outside the K-pop industry to have a new album once a year.
No one would give a fuck if the music they release once a millennium were actually worth the wait.
I don't know how any company isn't shook by the fact there's a 21 reunion. Like SM needs their fat ass out of their chair and reunite FX.
No shade, but if FX reunites right now only about 5 people will move.
Your gay icon idol is probably homophobic LOL.
We don't know that, but yeah, don't be too trusting on your idols.
The only consistent thing about any hype group is the lack of consistency.
Tell them your truth.
SM stans have every right to shit on an idol with bad vocals or dancing.
SM stans really think they're the ones singing.
Rise is just a cash grab and experiment on how to promote their groups better on social media, hence the lack of vision and cohesiveness in their music.
This is surely a take.
When I made my man listen to NCT and Stray Kids, he said, MJ, Elvis, Freddie and Prince didn't die for this shit, man.
This shit's funny, but Elvis couldn't pull off a song like Sticker.
Do you have something against these boy groups? Like I never see these artists in your videos despite only releasing Song of the Years.
First of all, I don't, but I think it's pretty clear that most of them aren't interesting to me. Second of all, cut that song of the year bullshit. These groups you mentioned all just released their weakest songs yet this year, so no, I won't.
Ensemble as a group is too gimmicky. No hate, but just having a storyline that read as assembling Luna members is just too stale.
This Marvel-ass plotline needs to go soon.
The moment an idol pursues a career in acting, it shows that they weren't in it for the music.
Yeah, as if the rest aren't.
No K-pop idol has been a pick-me. Every K-pop idol is an attention seeker.
Opinion of the year.
Idol School and PD48 down with the lineup.
I hope you know the person who made that possible is in jail.
Best XYZ threads and K-pop rage baits are getting ridiculous each passing day.
And they keep falling for it too.
K-pop is only gonna be relevant for 1 or 2 more generations. I genuinely think it's reached its peak popularity.
If that means companies will start innovating again, then I don't see it being a bad thing.
The way some fans compare idols is actually insane. Because why do we care about who can shake ass the most?
Ask TikTok stans.
Cosmic is painfully average.
As a big Red Velvet fan and enjoyer of Cosmic, I kind of see where they're coming from. But it is nowhere near as painfully average.
newjeans music has gone drastically downhill since Ditto.
Drastically is a big word, but I mean come on. Ditto was a once-in-a-lifetime song. Surely you did not expect them to do it again immediately.
K-pop needs more contemporary ballet modern dances.
The last time someone did ballet on stage she got flamed.
Everglow's comeback was honestly so ass to a point where I was literally bored while watching the MV.
I personally thought their latest song was one of their best in a while, but I guess most people already don't care about them.
Billy and Weekly's fall off gotta be studied.
It's actually quite easy. Billy isn't releasing anything big, and Weekly has been low for a while now.
I don't care. We're not in the 5th generation.
I imagine you looked a little grumpy while typing this.
At some point SM felt like NCT and Friends. I'm tired of new subunits. It just seems like an excuse not to debut other groups. I want RV, SNSD, aespa and EXO.
SNSD is done. RV is the most active they've ever been. aespa is the biggest group right now. EXO is literally serving their country. And NCT units are basically groups of their own already. So I don't know what you're complaining about.
Hate is never a good thing. Unless they are a legit criminal, it's wrong to jump on the bandwagon. Nobody is perfect. Constructive criticism is never wrong when confronting your fav idols. Sakura never deserved to be bashed when she wrote about the Coachella performance. She wrote about how she was doing the best with what she had and wanted people to take the good things out of what they had done. She wanted to bring some positivity and optimism to the hate that was being spread online, and that backfired on her. We don't always get to see idols for who they are, and we all know they never get to say and do what they want. They will never be transparent with their fans, and we will never know what goes on behind closed doors. Fans must realize it will always be an act. We cannot change those around us, but we can change our thoughts. Seeing idols change themselves for what the fans want is never a good situation, unless it is done willingly for their expertise, or the idols go through something we don't know about. Stop sexualizing minors, and stop giving these companies power they don't deserve. Let's be realistic with our expectations, and respect your idols as people. Kill yourself.